So the FTC is suing Amazon, claiming it's a monopoly. We heard about this rumbling rumors that it was going to happen, and now it's finally here. I want to go through this whole thing because I think it's really important and will likely affect your life because we're talking about Amazon, which frankly everyone uses. So let's read the whole thing together here. FTC sues Amazon for illegally maintaining monopoly power. I think this is big how they word this here. Illegally maintaining monopoly, right? Because here's one thing, it's real. You could come out with a product that's really good and people just prefer it over other products. But if you come out and suddenly you're doing things to essentially maintain your leadership, maintain your monopoly illegally, that's where we're going to have a problem, right? And the FTC is going after Amazon here. Amazon's ongoing pattern, so they're saying the language is like it's been going on for a while, of illegal conduct blocks competition. That's a problem, right? Allowing it to wield monopoly power to inflate prices. So they're saying that Amazon is figure out a way to charge us more money, and because I have monopoly, we don't have any choice. Degrade quality, right? So monopoly hurts us overall because we could be getting something better, and stifle innovation for consumers and businesses. So again, they're claiming that they're legally maintaining their monopoly. They're using their monopoly to inflate prices, degrade quality, and stifle innovation. So basically, we're getting worse quality of life because Amazon is a leader, is what they're claiming here, basically. Moreover, the Federal Trade Commission and 17 state attorney general today sued Amazon. 17 states. So we knew this was coming, and this is sort of what the delay was, right? So like, if we know they're going to sue, they do it right away. It's because you're garnering support from the states. So they essentially got 17 of them to go along with this. And wow. Alleging that the online retail and technology company is a monopolist, right? Using this language of monopoly, that uses a set of interlocking, anti-competitive, and unfair strategies to legally maintain its monopoly power. So unfair. I'll be curious what they say here. The FTC and its state partners say Amazon's actions allow it to stop rivals and sellers from lowering prices. Well, I mean, and this is what this is about, right? You go to Amazon because it's cheaper, but evidently they're doing things that make it so you can't lower prices. That's interesting. Okay. Degrade quality for shoppers, overcharge sellers, stifle innovation, and prevent rivals from fairly competing against Amazon. When you're using this language, because you essentially want a free market, right? Where we kind of compete and let the invisible hand decide. If Amazon's doing stuff that's essentially just unfair, right? Doing things illegal, I think this is where you get the problem. Overcharging sellers is an interesting one as well, right? If you want to sell on Amazon, where we're putting too many fees. I mean, if these things are proven, live reaction, if these things are proved to be true, I mean, that's going to take a big hit on Amazon's profits. Let's see what else we got here. The complaint alleges that Amazon violates the law not because it's big, right? So that's the thing with Amazon will be like, hey, you're just picking on me because we're big and everybody likes this, but they're saying it's not because of that, but because it engages in a course of exclusionary conduct that prevents current competitors from growing and new competitors from emerging. So basically it's saying that if you want to compete with Amazon, like Amazon does things that make it so you can't grow and that you can't succeed. So we'll see what they say here. By stifling competition on price, product selection, quality, and by preventing its current or future rivals from attracting a critical mass of shoppers and sellers. Wow. So they're kind of claiming that other companies can't even start up. Essentially, is how I read this. This is interesting. Amazon ensures that no current or future rival can threaten its dominance. Oh God. I mean, it's funny because we go to Amazon because that's essentially, I guess. There are other places I was thinking, like you can go to Walmart or Target theoretically, but the thing is, Amazon has everything where the other stores don't. I'd be curious what they're saying here. Wow. Amazon's far-reaching scheme impacts hundreds of billions of dollars. I would agree with that. I mean, there's a lot of money involved. In retail sales every year, touch hundreds of thousands of products. Yep, also true. Sold by businesses big and small, and affect over 100 million shoppers. So, I mean, essentially, we're talking about like this could affect all of retail. I mean, you guys know this. Amazon literally sells everything. I think the only thing you can't buy on Amazon. Actually, I might take that back. Can you buy a car on Amazon? I mean, the like big ticket items like that, or a house. Maybe in the future you can. I was just thinking about, but yes, I mean, there's so many product and industries that this will affect. Let's see what else it says here. It says, our complaint lays out how Amazon has used a set of punitive, that means like to punish, and coercive tactics to unlawfully maintain its monopolies. Wow. And this is coming from FTC Chair Lena Khan. And it's been news for a while that she wrote a paper over when she was at Yale. I think it was like 2017 or something like that. And this was essentially her thesis was about this. And this sort of started making waves because people, I think, kind of thought her argument was good, right? And really thought out. So this is sort of why this has been a long time coming. Let's see what else it says here. This complaint sets forth detailed allegations, noting how Amazon is now exploiting its monopoly power to enrich itself while raising prices and degrading services for tens of millions of American families, right? Again, it can affect a lot of people who shop on its platform and the hundreds of thousands of businesses, right, that rely on Amazon to reach them. I think both these things are really big in terms of affecting American lives, because you're talking about, so many people shop on Amazon and so many people sell on Amazon. I mean, they control the marketplace. They are the marketplace. If this, it turns out to be that they're successful in their case, have a major impact on everyone's lives. And obviously, Amazon stock will take a big hit from this. What else does it say here? Today's lawsuit seeks to hold Amazon to account for these monopolist practice and restore the lost promise of free and fair competition. This is really strong language. And, I'm just talking out loud, as a consumer, as an American, I think, we want this. We want free and fair competition. It is the bedrock of hopefully what we can preserve in our marketplace, to where, anyone can come up and create a product or service or business and, have a chance to go against the big boys and girls, right? And you guys know it's a problem right now in USA for a while, to where the big businesses seem to be rubbing out the mom and pop stores, and if they're doing things illegally to hurt competition, I think it's a problem. So let's keep reading here what they say here. But they keep saying basically Amazon is doing things illegal to maintain their monopoly. We're bringing this case because Amazon's illegal conduct has stifled competition across a huge swath of the online economy. Amazon is a monopolist that uses its power to hike prices on Amazon shoppers. God, they keep saying that. And charge sky-high fees on hundreds of thousands of online sellers. Said John, this is John Newman, Deputy Director of FTC's Bureau of Competition. Seldom in the history of U.S. antitrust law has one case had the potential to do so much good for so many people. And it actually, guys, this might end up being the biggest case in FTC history. I mean, just talking out loud, this is a place where everybody sells something and everybody buys something. And just think about that. I'm trying to think if there's any other case in history. And type in the comments if there is, but I'm just thinking, is this the biggest case in FTC history? Think about that. Something that really affects everyone. Let's see what else we got here. The FTC and the states allege Amazon's anti-competitive conduct occurs in two markets: the online superstore market, that serves shoppers, and the online marketplace service purchased by sellers. And I have something to say about this. Actually, you know what? I'll show you now. So, I have my book on Amazon. You guys should pick it up a copy if you haven't already. It's called Positive Angle. And the reason why I'm showing you this is because there's a couple big reasons. One is, if you want to sell a book on, anywhere, it's something like Amazon has 85% of the book marketplace. So you got to put your book on Amazon because they have everything, right? The other one that's really noticeable, and I'm just, showing you my book here, but if you look at like how they do their algorithm, it's all sponsored, meaning that you have to pay to advertise on Amazon. It's not really like there's no algorithm here to where like just a regular person or, other book that's not paying. Like, for example, and this is a key for, say, something like YouTube. I don't pay for advertising on YouTube, yet people actually do discover my videos, meaning that in the same way something like a TikTok, to be honest, meaning that like nobody can just put a video on there and like someone will find it if it matches what they're searching for, and also if it turns out to be a good video. But I have a feeling, because I like I said, I have my book on Amazon, that there's not really such a thing as going viral on Amazon. Because when you search for something, it'll show sponsored stuff. Plus, when you actually go on a product page, these are all sponsored. You can see the corner here, sponsors, right? And it's like this is like, ones that are rated high, and this is when products are related to your item, but it's all sponsored stuff. And you can like scroll down here to the bottom here again, products related to items sponsored. That's all there is. And so I think this is a major problem. And I'm just sharing with you guys is that that Amazon is pay to play. And so like me, as like literally I'm selling a product on here, that the only way for me to get any notice is either obviously to your YouTube channel, but to pay Amazon, and then essentially it really eats into any kind of profit whatsoever. And in fact, you can lose money selling on Amazon if you advertise. I think you guys get the gist of it, right? Because I could spend thousands of dollars on advertising, and then it doesn't guarantee anyone necessarily gonna buy it. But I just had to bring that up because I think this is going to be a big part of their suit, and I can tell you I can see it right for myself, and I just showed it to you. So what else to say here? It says anti-discounting measures. You can't discount is what they're saying, that punish sellers and deter other online retailers from lowering prices lower than Amazon. So you can't lower your prices, what they're claiming. Keeping prices higher for products across the internet. For example, if Amazon discovers that a seller is offering a lower price goods elsewhere, Amazon can bury discounting sellers so far down Amazon search results that they become effectively invisible. Yeah. And this is so they're claiming that, I'm just reading right here. They're claiming that, okay, so someone could, a third party could sell like the same product that Amazon sells, but you'll never actually see it in the search results. They just bury it. And if that is indeed the case, that's a major problem. I can see that. Conditioning sellers' ability to obtain, quote, prime eligibility for their products, a virtual necessity for doing business on Amazon. On sellers using Amazon's costly fulfillment service. Oh, I wonder about this. Like, so like, I was just thinking out loud, like say the shipping and the warehousing or whatever kind of things of like, how you fill orders. Amazon that sort of makes you use this Prime thing, and like you don't necessarily have a choice. I think they might get them on this, which has made it substantially more expensive for sellers on Amazon to offer their products on other platforms. This unlawful coercion, unlawful coercion, has in turn limited competitors' ability to effectively compete against Amazon. I wouldn't be shocked when talking to you guys out loud if, like, obviously, theoretically, like an eBay, Walmart, maybe Target would be, all for this kind of thing. Trying to get the other online sellers out there. There's not that many choices these days. This is really big. Okay. Amazon's illegal exclusionary conduct makes it impossible for competitors to gain a foothold. With its amassed power across both online superstore market and online marketplace services market, Amazon extracts enormous monopoly rents. I like that phrase, monopoly rents, from everyone within its reach. And here's some details. This includes degrading the customer experience by replacing relevant organic search with paid advertisements. Funny. And I'm reading this live, and I literally just showed you kind of like the problem, and obviously it's not just me. FTC sees it as well, right? So you search for something, and then it shows you paid advertisements. So you're not actually, it's not a true search engine like say like a Google, and even Google. Well, okay, I'll take that back because like Google's under fire right now by the FTC. So theoretically, Google could be all in on this stuff as well, where the algos is just all paid advertising. I think it's a big thing, and deliberately increasing junk ads that worsen search quality. I'm just shaking my head because I'm totally agree with this. Honestly, I have my book on Amazon right now, and I can just tell you, like, yeah. And frustrate both shoppers seeking products and sellers who are promised a return on their advertising purchase. Yes. This is, I think this is a massive problem because, again, if I want to sell on Amazon, I got to pay to play, right? I got to advertise, and no one will see my book and search results. But there's a possibility I, frankly, lose money on selling a book because I have to pay so much money in advertising, and my book will not get recognized or recommended, unless I pay them. Wow, this is crazy. Okay. Biasing Amazon search results to preference Amazon's own products over ones that Amazon knows are of better quality. That's a big one too. Like, for example, guys, if I search for yoga mat or something like that, right? Amazon's, essentially yoga mat comes up first, opposed to other ones. And you've probably been noticing this, that Amazon has a lot of their own products that have been showing up in results. This is really wow. I'm just reading through this. Like, this could, I think that FTC is going to be the case here, to be perfectly frank. Charging costly fees on hundreds of thousands of sellers that have no choice but to rely on Amazon to stay in business. It's funny because part of the YouTube scams that we talk about all the time is like all that drop shipping stuff, and this is all about Amazon and these kind of things. And it's interesting because like I kind of wonder if Amazon is sponsoring all those drop shipping channels because, as I mentioned before, Amazon makes so much money on advertising, let alone on, say, fees. They're saying, how they charge you if you want to sell something on there. These fees range from monthly fees, right? You're collecting money from sellers per month, must pay for each item sold. Interesting. To advertising fees that become virtually necessary for sellers to do business, right? Combined, all of these fees force many sellers to pay close to 50% of their total revenues on Amazon. And I can just tell you, and I mentioned before with the book thing, because I've seen other people's results, you can actually lose money on advertising, meaning that you spend more money to advertising, actually make. And that's just revenue is crazy. These fees harm not only sellers, but also shoppers who pay increased prices for thousands of products sold on or off Amazon. Wow. The FTC, along with its state partners, are seeking permanent injunction in federal court that would prohibit Amazon from engaging in its unlawful conduct and pry loose Amazon's monopolist control to restore competition. So here's the states involved, guys. Connecticut, Delaware, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, New Jersey, New Hampshire, New Mexico, Nevada, New York, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, and Wisconsin. And I find it interesting with this is because I wonder, just talking out loud, I wonder if like Amazon's donating money to other states to get them to not sign on board or something like that, because I would feel like, why aren't all 50 states on board? I'm just thinking like, why not? It's not like this doesn't affect, all of us in USA, essentially. Why wouldn't you just get all states? So that'll be probably another issue that might leak out later, but these are the 17 states involved. This also says the commission vote to authorize staff to file for a permanent injunction and other equitable relief in the U.S. District Court for the Western District of Washington, I believe it's Seattle, is 3-0. And note, the commission issues a complaint when it has reason to believe that the law has been or is being violated, right, ongoing. And it appears that the commission, that a proceeding is in the public interest. The Federal Trade Commission works to promote competition and protect and educate consumers. And you can learn more about the benefits, right, antitrust, etc. So this is it. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts on this one. I shared mine. We went through this whole thing. Again, FTC sues Amazon for illegally maintaining monopoly power. And this is, like I said, this could be the biggest case in history for the FTC. So thanks again for watching, everyone, and I'll catch you in the next video.